Hi, everyone, and welcome to Reflections of Faith. This is Dee Dryden, and it is December 20th. Our verse for today is mercy and peace and love be yours in abundance. Jude 1:12 NIV Bible. That's today's verse. I wanted to talk to you today about how to be organized and get your with your lunches as a busy person going to work and whatnot. Years back, when I first became single, I would eat out every day, and I noticed when I started eating out, it was costing me a lot of money. But being married and working on a ranch, I used to cook for like 30 men ranching, and I started doing that when I realized how much money it was costing me. Like it was like $125 just to eat out every day. So I got back into the habit years back of making huge meals. Like I would feed 30 people or 30 servings, and I would freeze it, and then it saved me a lot of money. So it only started costing me $2, if that, to eat a meal. So I spent about $56 at Walmart, and I got paid, and I decided to, and some of this stuff a person had given me too, meat had given me this week, and so God had blessed me with a bunch of meat. So what I decided, and I had to do a potluck at my workplace, and I'll tell you and show you all the food that I had gotten so that I could get organized. And so when I first got single in 2000, I had invested in a lot of containers to help me to get to make meals ahead of time and preserve them throughout the week so that I could just grab and go. So I wanted to share that with you. This is called my Get Organized for lunch. Instead of eating at the mall every day, you go to Dairy Queen to eat at Dairy Queen. It costs you between $5 at the pretzel place. There's only a few places, or between $5 and $6. You add that up through the week. 5 times 6 is $30 a week, and I can, versus $2, $1.50 to $2 added up. I haven't figured that out financially, but this bread cost me about 99 cents. That meat didn't cost me anything because a friend had given me a bunch of hamburger, and I just made a big, huge meatloaf, and I cut it into slices to go into my sandwiches for the week. I also bought me some cottage cheese, a great big thing of cottage cheese, and peaches, which was maybe, the whole container that's going to last me the whole week. That was about, a total of maybe $3. And then we have some sandwich meat here. I happen to like turkey, since it's, turkey week. And I can switch off between the two of them every other day so I'm not getting bored. I also invested in Great Value. You can get the same amount of stuff very much cheaper without having to pay for the name brand. So I got a huge thing of that for it'll last me about 2 weeks. It was only like $2.09 for, I think, maybe 25, 30 of these bottles. And then I had to buy for our potluck at our workplace. So I took these little cookies and this little round donut thing. Happened to fit in these little containers. That's my dessert. What was left over with it? I had a girlfriend here at church today. She made me a bunch of chocolate chip cookies. Well, she made the church chocolate chip cookies, and she just gave me her leftovers. There's slices of cheese that I have to put with my sandwiches. My bread is in these containers. It keeps it nice and fresh. You take it to work. For the meatloaf, I just warm it up in the microwave that they have, and I have these Tupperware containers and all different kind of Tupperwares. Then I took these. I take some bags. They're these sandwich bags. They're called Snack Seal. Our family snack bags. They're pretty cheap. You can reuse these as well. That's what I do with these. So that doesn't cost me over again. And I just take them and I just put them in these bags, and I put them in the huge container, and I have my bags to go into my lunch bag. And this is my lunch bag. And here's the my sandwich and my dessert and my salad. And I just take one of these bags and I just stuff it in here. And I also have mints because I don't get to brush my teeth at work, and we work with a lot of people. I had a lady that was eating salmon one day. And you don't realize when you're working with people, and I never realized this till I went into the healing ministry, that you're very close to people. And I don't get to brush my teeth at work. I guess I probably could, and this has a, but I like to always carry mints with me because I really notice people's breath, and I don't definitely want them noticing mine after I've eaten. And this is a little part of this little bag. I have a bigger one somewhere, but I don't need that big one unless I'm going to be gone for 2 meals, if I have to be there for 2 meals. But you can put stuff inside of that too, which I don't have anything in there. But this is just a little bitty, if you look at it from this way, it's just a little bitty lunch bag. So that's pretty well how I get things done. I cook it all ahead of time. I buy it all ahead of time, put it in these little containers. Cost me about $2, $1.50 to $2. Very, very cheap. So I wanted to say thank you for joining me. This is Dee Dryden on Reflections of Faith. Be blessed to be a blessing. And I want to tell you some good news. I had a girlfriend, a lady that was going to my church. Her name was Colleen in the afternoon church about 3 weeks ago. She was walking through the mall, and I happened to be eating at the mall before I came up with this. Remembered that I had all of this stuff in these little containers to fix my meals with that I had bought, and I discovered I had. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go back to the way I used to be when I was used to work way back when. And they had a 3-day special that you could spend 25% of my working associate discount, plus the 25% they had off on JCPenney's, plus my 15%, my 10% for signing up with JCPenney card. And I could use all of that on one person or 3 persons in 3 days. It was a new thing that JCPenney did, and this gal, her name was Colleen, happened to be walking by the mall, and I asked her if she wanted to take part of that. So the next day she said, yeah. She came in. She spent $87, I think it was, for, and she saved $250. Now that was good, right? So on my card, she paid me cash right there. Let me have the $7 that was left over, and after the whole thing was done, and that's all because of God. God just rearranged the whole universe for her to have that nice surprise and to save her a lot of money. And she brought some nice dresses, a lot of things. I mean, I was just thrilled for her. Well, it just so happened today she asked me what I was doing for Christmas, and I didn't know what I was going to be doing because I don't have family here or anything. And my mentor, she's got her own family, and I don't want to intrude on there. And I just kind of wondered about that, what I was going to do. I thought, well, I'll just spend my Christmas at home by myself, I guess. And so she happened to walk up to me today in our church, and we got to visiting. She asked if I had family here. I told her I didn't have at the moment. And that, so she said, well, why don't you come to my place and gather for Christmas? So I have a place to go for Christmas, which is awesome. And I bet she's an awesome cook. And I don't have to be there till 1:30, so which is nice. So I don't have to be there at 12 and sit through a bunch of stuff. And so we'll get to know each other a little bit better. I'm just taking you around my house that I have all these decorations and whatnot. Happy New Year, not yet. I'm making this plastic canvas stuff, so trying to get all of that caught up, and all of those. Those are my containers, my jars. Aren't they cool? I managed to get all that stuff here. So I have a place to go for Christmas. God is good. I got caught up on all